everyone. Well, I started off with a very confusing morning. My first guest didn't show up. I don't know what happened. And my next 11 o'clock was willing to come in a little early. So I really appreciate that. And he sent me a list of songs, which we're going to talk about. And I want to show you what else he sent me. Don't know if you can see that. That's one of his etchings, I guess you would say. Ladies and gentlemen. Sketching, that's right. Yes, thank you. He's been on the show before, and I'm so happy to have him back. Time to meet or re-meet, I guess, Pat Axe. Welcome back to the show, Pat.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure, because you're one of these fascinating people with a lot of stuff going on. So I really appreciate you sending me this. I love getting stuff like this. It's tremendous to me. And I can see behind you some of your artwork. So people who don't know you, he is a musician as well as an artist, and incorporates some of it together, which is really pretty awesome. So Pat, you want to talk about some of your songs?
Sure.
Okay, so the first one on your list is called Better Things. So when was that?
I wrote that in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
I was going out with a woman. I was like 25 years old. I was going out with a woman, and everything and this is typical of relationships, everything they find attractive about you, a year and a half down the road, they go, I don't like that. And it was like my independence, me being a musician. Right. So basically, if you go to my YouTube site, Pat Axe, and you find my album, 6 songs, there's a song called Better Things. And basically the song was written in 10 minutes after a telephone call. And actually, I'm going to redo the song, but the version I have on the CDs, the version I let a friend of mine, Lexi, rewrite the lyrics for, but the gist is still there. Basically, the telephone call was, at the end of the telephone call, I just went, I got better things to do than this. And it took myself and this woman, she wanted to marry me and all this. And we're good. We're interesting couple, say the least, and it just went sour. She wanted me to be something that I wasn't. Right. So I wrote the song for her.
Right. That's kind of interesting, because that happens quite often, right? It could be the female, could be the male, but what attracts you in the first place is stuff that suddenly you want to change it. You don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of interesting. Okay, and then the next one you have on your list is It's Rough.
It's rough. I wrote it when I was playing in reggae bands back around 82, 83. And I came up with a riff, and it's a kind of a funky riff. It's a cross between Bob Marley and Hendrix, a really funky kind of a thing. And the singer in the band, he was in between domiciles, let's put it that way. He basically, his dad gotten tired of his shenanigans and kicked him out of the house. So he was basically homeless at the time. So he wrote this. So he came up with the idea for the lyrics. I came up with the music, and he came up with this idea for the lyrics. It's rough, kicked out like a lame animal, left to roam the streets. No place to call home, no place to call my own. That's basically, and then the chorus goes, it's rough, it's tough, and so on and so forth. I won't give the whole thing away because I've recorded the song in demo forms a few times, but I've never gotten a version of it that I've liked.
Oh, is that right, eh? So whatever happened to that person?
He passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay.
And he had an amazing voice. He had one of those voices it was like, he was Jamaican. His name was Danny Cohen. And he had one of those voices like cross between Benny King and Otis Redding. He could sing that stuff.
Yeah.
So we'd get up on stage and we'd do songs like Cupid and just the two of us. And then we do a Journey song, then we do a Stone song, then we do a bunch of Bob Marley songs. So we're pretty diverse. So
Yeah. And I think it's good for musicians to be diverse, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the day when I learned how to play an instrument, it's like it's like you're a musician. So it's like if they threw a bossa nova at you, had to be able to play it, or swing or rock and roll. It wasn't just, well, my preferred kind of music is.
Yeah. That's really cool. The next one you have on your list is, we might not go through every one of them, but we'll do some of them. Hello Blues.
Hello Blues.
Yes.
It basically, it was a mindset. I don't remember how I wrote the song, and it was originally a country song. And it was, I got a song called Tell Me Where Are You Going? And basically the lyrics are, and parts of that song turned into a song called Hello Blues. And the first line of the song goes, hello blues, you just follow me in my room. Just when I was feeling blue, you're my old friend, the blues. So it's basically just a state of mind.
Yeah, and the next one, we won't really talk about it, but the next one is just sticking with the blues is damn right, I've got the blues. And then the one after that is left-handed blues. Now that one you have to talk about.
Left-handed blues is actually the first song I wrote by myself. Back around 76, there was a bunch of us, 6 of us who hung out. 5 of us were left-handed.
Oh.
And we all played in a band together.
Right.
And sat around one day. We did a kind of a writer's thing, where we all took a piece of paper, and it wasn't me who came up with the idea. It was my buddy said, well, let's sit down and find some common thread. So we all went, well, we're all left-handed. So we all wrote on a piece of paper things about being left-handed. You can't play cards. You can't drive a standard car. You cannot play hockey. And I have a real disdain for nuns, because when I was a little kid, I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kept trying to switch.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
So to this day, I don't like nuns.
Well, neither do I, but for a different reason. Now, where I just want to talk about, where did I see this one? I said, oh, yeah, shit happens.
Oh, that's, I had a title, my song Unforgettable Days, the working title was originally Shit Happens.
Okay.
So I went, this, you know, and it's just a euphemism people use all the time. Keith Richards, you know, one of my heroes, uses the term. But I had this funky piece of music I'd written, and it basically it's a piece of funk with the chord change, and the changes happen, and I didn't have a working title for it. So I went, I'll call it Shit Happens, because the changes they just come out of me. So the working title of one song became the title of another song.
That's so great. Okay, I nearly threw it away.
I nearly threw it all away.
Yes.
That's a love song for my wife.
Oh.
And it basically, I made the mistake of not prioritizing her, and I made a mistake, and I lived with her for a while, and then I wrote the song in a very, I don't know, it's an apologetic manner. It's kind of a love letter to my wife.
Nice. Yeah, that's nice. What about My Brain on Guitar?
I wrote that song one day. I was actually really angry when I wrote that song, sitting in my backyard, having a beer on my patio. And it was right after Trudeau bought the pipeline. And I wasn't too amused. I went, you know, it's like he's talking green, he's talking this big story, then he turns around and spends all this money on a pipeline. So I'm slightly left to center when it comes to my political views. So if there's a good fight towards the left of things, I will fight it. And but so it's like he was giving fuel to all the right wingers, saying, well, look, now he's buying the pipeline, he's going to help us out. And I'm going, why the hell would he do that? It's like this. So, I mean, yes, I understand the whole, there's industry built around oil. You can't just turn the taps off and go, bye-bye.
Yeah.
You have to keep it going for a while till you have something to replace it. But it was, the chorus goes, strumming my telly, watching the tracking, trying to write the song, my brain on guitar. So basically, it's like strumming my telly, which is my Telecaster, watching the tracking, which is the digital tracking when you're recording, trying to write the song, and my brain was thinking guitar. And I mean, this is a term I used many, many years ago. People who have known me for a long time will have heard me saying, because I get up in the morning and that's usually when my defenses are down when I write fast or practice. And people say, what are you doing? And I go, my brain's on guitar right now. It's not normal.
I love that. I'm just, I keep looking at your paintings too, can we talk about them a little bit?
Sure.
Well, there's the one at the very top on my right. So
the Canadian flag or the sunrise?
The sunrise. Yeah.
That's sunrise over the North Shore Mountains.
It looks so beautiful. And then you've got one next to it? A larger one next to it?
The Canadian flag or the one under it?
It doesn't look like a flag from my position here.
Here, let me see if I can.
Because of all these colors. Oh, it'll be so in between the sunrise and the Canadian flag.
Well, the Canadian flag's a three-parter.
Oh, it is, eh?
Yeah, it's a diversity flag. It's basically the rainbow.
Right. Okay. All right.
Like we're all Canadians. Doesn't matter your race, color, creed, your flavor, whatever. We're all Canadians.
Right. Cool.
From shore to shore.
That's true, right? Is that painted on your wall?
No, the guitar is a chalkboard.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's a little chalkboard that sticks on.
Oh, nice. Okay. What's beside it? Right under the maple leaf?
Underneath the maple leaf? Oh, the little black one? Yes. Looks like a keyhole? That's a friend of mine. Amber Blaze. She did that and gave it to me.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And
because we were practicing. Yeah, she's been down here and she gave that to me. That's a boy out in the sea.
Ah, okay. And I see a couple of your cat ones. You do a lot of
yes,
cats, right?
And then there's the Ukrainian. Do you see the one with the Ukrainian the sphere underneath the sunrise?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the poor Ukrainian people stuck in a bubble where they can't get out.
Right.
They're being attacked.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. Well, let's get back to some of your songs. Did you cry when you started school today?
Well, I was one of those kids who wasn't a big fan of going to school. And, and basically it's almost autobiographical. It goes, did you cry when you started school today? Did you clutch to your mama? Did you scream like a fool? Did they tell you when to walk? Did they tell you when to talk? Did they sit you down and fill you with some rules? And then the chorus goes, I don't want to hurt nobody. Don't want to kill nobody. Don't want to hurt nobody, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of done to a bit of almost a Celtic flavor.
Oh, okay. Music is all right by me. Oh, yeah.
That's the second song I wrote.
Oh, okay.
I wrote that around the same time I wrote Left-Handed Blues. But I co-wrote this with a friend of mine.
Right.
And basically it's all the kind of, like mom and dad tell you, get a job and do this and do that, and blah, 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 blah. And get a trade. And I go, no, it's okay. Music's all right by me. Because the chorus goes, I don't care what they may say. Music's all right by me. Nice. So all the pros and cons about being a rock and roll kid.
Right. Now, who's George? Because you got a song here called George.
George is an instrumental I wrote. And my dad's name was George. And he walked in the room one day when I was playing guitar. He goes, hey, I like that. And that's also a slide tune. And George Harrison's my favorite all-time musician. So I took the two, I went, this is just too good. So it's a slide guitar instrumental. And so it's named after George Harrison. It's also named after my dad.
Very good. Yeah, very nice. So what's happening with your music career currently?
Currently, it is, I got a bunch of material recorded. I want to record more. I mean, I like recording at a feverish pace. My favorite place to be is in the studio. But right now I got enough stuff to record it, and I've got some gigs and some videos. And right now I'm putting together my EPK, which is the Entertainment Press Kit.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I'm putting together my Entertainment Press Kit, which is going to be posted up on Bandzoogle. And so once that's together, I'll have some music and some videos and links and interviews. The interviews I've done with you will be on there, and I'll probably throw some of my art up.
Cool.
And it'll be my calling card. And then once I get that, then I'll start shopping around for work. I have some gigs coming up. There's a lovely little place in out in White Rock.
Okay.
And it's called the West Beach. It's a great place. And I'm playing there, doing a dual thing August the 10th, and then playing there September the 16th with my band and November the 5th with my band. Those are the 3 gigs I have coming up right now.
Right.
But hopefully with my entertainment press kit, I'll be able to get more work and proper work, because I can't, I got a band. They're eager to work, and I'm eager to work, but I've been at this game been at this game for a long time, and I don't I'm not going to give it away. I rather, I don't mind going out and showcasing, but,
Yeah. I'm waiting for you to
come to other musicians who are looking for work too.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I'm waiting for you to come to Chilliwack, your band. Then I can come up and interview everybody live.
Well, if you know of any club owners and they're looking for bands, please drop my name and give them my phone number. Okay. We'll gladly come out there.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll definitely look into that for you. Because I know sometimes they play at the Annabets, but it's difficult to hear because that's open to the public, and not everybody comes to hear the musicians. So you can't do an interview there, because that's what I would love to do as well. Interview the band either before they perform or during intermission or after. Well, not intermission, because you guys all want to have a break, I imagine, or after, but you have to do it when you have a place that's going to be quiet, so that you can actually talk and hear each other.
And the guys who play in the Pat Axe band, I'm lucky to be friends with them. One of the gentlemen in the band, he's a chef.
Oh,
he's a chef, and he works at a care facility, an age facility, and he's a brilliant harmonica player, and he's a very good friend.
Right.
And so he's a chef. He's been a chef for a long time. I met him through another friend, Tim Potter, who's also a chef. But so Paul worked under Tim, and then I met them through jams and mutual, and so on and so forth.
Right.
And Andrew, who's the second guitar player, he's a former tech with a big corporate company, and Steve, who's a drummer, who's he's a wonderful guy, solid drummer. He's like Charlie Watts. Like you can't move him from the beat. And the bass player. So the band right now is 4 of us, and the bass. It's like, because there's no work, I can't expect everybody to go, yeah, we're indispensable, we'll be your band, right? So it's basically I'm the focal point. It's my songs, my tunes,
right?
And I'm singing the songs, and so it's like, what if I'm just lucky that when I've had shows, everybody's been available, but but it's with music and bands, it's always seems that there's always a rotating chair with bass players until you get enough work, because good bass players worth his weight in gold.
Right. But still,
I can play bass and I'm a good bass player, but it's really hard to play bass and sing at the same time.
Okay.
McCartney is one of the rare ones who can actually do it.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm just about out of time, but just stay on camera. I want to talk to you afterwards. So thank you for everybody for watching. Now look, if you're in Chilliwack here, if you have a business in Chilliwack, we have there's Corky's, there's different places. If you're looking for musicians, please contact me, and I will give you put you in contact with Pat Axe, the band, and they would love to come out to Chilliwack to perform, and I would like to have that so that I can go there and see them live and meet the rest of the band. So take care, everybody. Be kind, and thanks again for watching the show, and peace out, people.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community where you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see.